We are here today because there is a book that I need you all to read. That book is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Yes, you've probably heard of it. You've probably seen it everywhere. And you might be wondering if it's worth the hype or if it's just the internet being the internet again. So today I'm stepping in as your romantasy attorney and giving you some free legal advice. And that is to read this book immediately. Exhibit A. I'd like to present to you the protagonist, Violet Sorrengail. Okay, so here's the backstory. Violet's mother is basically a military general. She's very intense, very I didn't raise no quitter energy. And mom decides that Violet is going to attend Basgiath War College, which is an elite military college where you either bond with a dragon or you die. Very realistic, very fun. So the problem? Violet wasn't supposed to be a dragon rider. She was supposed to be a scribe just like her father. A scribe is like a scholar or a researcher. Basically, she just wanted to live in the library, which who can blame her, right? Instead, her mom said, "No daughter of mine is going to be a nerd. You're either going to ride a dragon or die trying." And she really meant the die trying part literally. Mother of the year, everybody. So mom forces her into basically a murder college. It's very kill or be killed energy. All of the students are brainwashed into thinking that the military and their squad is only as strong as their weakest link. And so they try to kill that weakest link. It makes total sense. But somehow, Violet survives, like a cockroach, but with better hair. Now, Violet's journey can definitely fall into the character goes from weak to strong trope, or, the chosen one trope. But here is why she's different from the usual small girl becomes a badass character arc. Violet was born with a real chronic condition that makes her joints fragile and her bones brittle. She is quite literally the worst candidate for a dragon riding school. Like, she is genuinely medically at a disadvantage, and everyone, including herself, knows it. But unlike everyone else in the genre, Violet is not hiding a secret power. She's not actually strong and just doesn't know it yet. She doesn't overcome this with just a training montage. No. She stays at a physical disadvantage because this is a chronic condition, not a cold. And yes, this is a fantasy world where healing magic does exist, but it doesn't heal chronic conditions like hers. It only heals the broken bones that she may get with this condition. I mean, even the fantasy world says, sorry, no returns on this one. So instead of being magically healed of her condition, she balances her weakness with a strong skill that she does have. Her smarts. She asks questions that no one else is asking. She finds loopholes. She outthinks people that are twice her size. And when this crazy murder college decides that she has to physically fight people she can't beat, she poisons them. She just casually poisons them. And she knows how to do that without drawing any attention to herself. Now that is what I call badass. I mean, this girl is basically the most dangerous thing at this murder school, and she only weighs 110 pounds. But here's the thing. Violet doesn't just become a badass at this school. She's always been one. The school just gives her a stage to show it. I mean, on her very first day, she almost dies multiple times. But she keeps going. Not because she's strong, not because she has powers, but because she's stubborn. Aggressively, unreasonably stubborn. I mean, she looks death in the face all the time and says, not today, I've got things to do. And honestly, that's more inspiring than any training montage. You can't teach that. You can't train that. You either have it or you don't. And Violet Sorrengail has it in bulk. I mean, who needs muscles if you have pure audacity? The school that she joins is designed to make you selfish. People are killed purposely and accidentally on a daily basis. It's not even news when someone doesn't show up to class. People are like, oh, where's Tyler? Oh, he's dead. But, things happen. What's for lunch? The whole system of this college rewards looking out for yourself and only yourself. But what is one of the very first things that Violet does? She helps a complete stranger survive, even though honestly it would have been easier and safer for her to worry about herself. I mean, most of us wouldn't even share our Netflix password with a stranger. And yet she's putting her life on the line for someone she doesn't know. That's either incredible kindness or terrible survival instincts. And it's probably a little bit of both. But I mean, I love her for it. Meanwhile, I once pretended to have plans so I didn't have to help a friend move. Me and Violet are not the same. You could call Violet naive for putting someone else above herself, but it's actually not. It's strategic and genuine at the same time. She knows she can't survive at this college by herself. I mean, she's physically weaker than everyone else. She knows that she's going to need help. She's going to need those alliances. And so she builds real friendship. She earns loyalty from them, and she surrounds herself with people that would fight for her because she did it for them first. She even has this one friend, someone that she's known her entire life, and he goes to Basgiath as well. And on day one, he basically tells her she's not cut out for this, that she's too weak, that she's gonna die in here and she might as well quit while she can. This isn't some random bully. This is someone she cares about telling her to give up. And what does she do? She doesn't give up. She doesn't cry. She doesn't spiral. She looks this friend dead in the eyes and says, "I'm sorry. It just sounded like you bet against me. And that was a mistake." You're going to want to stand up and cheer her on to beat all the odds so she can tell that friend of hers, "I told you so." I'd like to enter into evidence that the dragon lore in this book is exceptional. And that alone is reason enough to read this book. Sure, dragons aren't really a new concept in the fantasy book world. And to be honest, I haven't read that many books that do have dragons in them. So I'm not fully versed in how Fourth Wing is better or worse than other books. But for the books I have read with dragons in them, they're basically just a more fantastical horse. I mean, they show up, you ride them, they breathe fire, and that's about it. And Fourth Wing said, absolutely not. These dragons have full personalities, they have opinions, they have attitude. They choose the riders, not the other way around. And if they don't like you, then, well, it's not good for you. I mean, the bonding system, the different breeds of dragons, how each dragon is completely unique. It's the best dragon world building I've ever read, which I know doesn't say a lot, but I would read books solely about the dragon lore in the Fourth Wing universe. That's how much I love it. Now, without giving too much away, Violet ends up with a dragon that has more personality than any love interest in the genre. He's judgmental. He's funny, he's protective, he has standards. He's basically a flying cat that chose her and tolerates everyone else. But don't tell him I said that, because he would not like it. I adore him. And there's a second dragon, which again, I won't tell you much about because spoilers, but just know I have a lot of feelings about it. Like big feelings, protective feelings. Like I would die for this fictional character type feelings. And honestly, if you read this book and you don't care about the dragons, then I don't know if we can be friends. It's giving, if my dog doesn't like you, I don't like you energy. But in this case, my dog is a 3-ton fire-breathing lizard with opinions. And again, don't tell him I said that. He would not like it. And honestly, his judgment is probably better than mine. I trust him more than I trust most people in my life. And he would never tell Violet to quit, unlike some of her friends. Now, you probably heard other people say that this book is just a giant pile of tropes. And I mean, sure, yeah, it is. Enemies to lovers. Yes. Forced proximity. Yes. Telepathic bonds. Yes. The chosen one. Yep. I mean, there is a whole bingo card worth of tropes in this book, and I'm not denying it. If you took a shot every time one of these tropes appeared, you wouldn't survive to chapter 10. The book would kill you before Murder College could. But here's my counter argument, okay? It's not about what tropes the book uses, it's about how it uses them. I mean, a recipe can have the same ingredients as a million other recipes, but as long as the chef knows what they're doing, then the dish is still going to be good. I mean, I think that's how it works. I just learned how to fry an egg last month, so I'm clearly no culinary genius. The enemies to lovers trope in this book has genuine reasons behind it. The two characters have real, legitimate, life or death reasons to distrust one another. This isn't two characters that had a miscommunication in a coffee shop and now they're enemies. Their families have real, serious, someone actually died level beef. So the setup for enemies to lovers is genuinely strong. Now, do I think they get over that beef just a little too quickly? Yeah, I do. They go from, I have every reason to hate you, to, okay, but you're kind of hot though. And a speed that would give a therapist whiplash. But, and this is the most important part, at least the animosity had a real foundation behind it. There were actual stakes. I just wish she gave them a little bit more time to simmer before turning up the heat. Now, I will say I do have some reservations about the love interest in this book, but that comes more in the later books, so for now I'll keep my mouth shut. But just for now. In this book, I do like how he treats Violet. He respects her, he trusts her abilities, he doesn't baby her, he doesn't question her strength for a single second. And while other people in her life are telling her to quit, he's looking at her like, you've got this. And that is more attractive than any wingspan or jawline. The forced proximity element to their romance is nuanced and has some layers to it. Now, I won't say too much about that because those are real spoilers. The telepathic bond situation between them is a bit groan-inducing and not in a sexy way. I won't go into all my opinions about this, and trust me, I have a lot, because I'm already planning a video just about this, so stay tuned for that. But let me just say, it's my least favorite trope in the entire genre. But with all that said, and I know I said a lot, these tropes actually serve the story in book one. They're not just convenient plot devices slapped on for the sake of checking boxes. The world that Rebecca Yarros built gives these tropes a real reason to exist. So I will reluctantly, begrudgingly, with mild complaints, allow them. Well, I presented the evidence. We have a protagonist who earns every win with her brain instead of brute force. There are real friendships that actually matter. There is dragon lore that will ruin every other dragon book for you. And there are tropes that are executed well enough to make even a skeptic, hi, that's me, enjoy the ride. This book made me laugh. It made me cry. It had me yelling at the characters. It made me stay up way too late on a work night. And it became my favorite book in the genre. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it is an experience, and I hope that you enjoy that experience. I did. So I think the evidence is overwhelming. The verdict is clear. You should read this book immediately, tonight. I don't care if you have plans, cancel them. The dragons are waiting, and they do not like to be kept waiting. If you agree with that ruling, then you should subscribe, because I have a lot more books that I want to defend and put on trial. And if you've already read Fourth Wing, then add your favorite part in the comments below. I really need to talk about it with someone, and my friends are tired of me at this point. I'll see you in the next one. Court dismissed. Isn't that what people say? I don't know. I need to watch more legal dramas.